The truce in Gaza broken. The families of the 137 hostages still in captivity. They're in limbo. They're waiting for any news of a plan to free the people that they love. Joining me now is Udi Goren. His cousin was kidnapped on October 7th after attempting to fight off terrorists in his kibbutz. Udi, thank you so much for joining us on this. I know that your family is going through a very difficult time. There was hope for several days, considering the hostages that had been released. I know that your cousin is still in captivity in Gaza. How are you and your family doing right now?
First of all, thank you for having me, and thank you for keeping this topic on the top of the news. We are heartbroken. I mean, we finally thought that reason was coming into play when the Israeli cabinet and the government finally are acknowledging and acting according to the understanding that there's nothing more important than bringing these hostages back, and that there was a plan and there was this negotiation that every day we get more people back. Where now that people are back, with every single person, we hear about the horror stories that they've experienced, the difficult conditions. We already got some people that got back in critical conditions. You've just reported that the Bibas family might have been killed in the bombings. Right. Today, we've heard, because of the people that got back, we've heard that at least 4 more people that were taken to Gaza alive are confirmed dead. And that means that every day, including today, including right now when we're talking, my cousin's life is in danger.
What have you heard about how your cousin is doing, the communication you've had from the Israeli government? Do you know if he's alive? Do you know if he is well? Do you know if he's in good health?
We know nothing new that in the past 50-some days. A part of this deal was supposed to be that the Red Cross would visit, and it never happened. So we are completely in limbo as far as his fate is concerned. We know nothing about him.
Are you currently lobbying? I know many families that had hostages that were being held in Gaza, some of which have returned, are still lobbying publicly to get the Israeli government to re-engage, to go for another pause, to get more hostages out. Are you doing that? Are you engaged with the Israeli government to try and get them to?
Absolutely. Absolutely. For the past month and a half, or 2 months, actually, this is all I've been doing. Life stopped on October 7th for hundreds of people in Israel. Some of them have been able to go back to, some routine. The lives of the families haven't. This is all I do. This is the only thing I think about from morning till night. And we are, running out of time. We are operating under the assumption that we are running out of time. You've just covered the renewed assault on southern Gaza. This is probably where my cousin is. This is where his phone was traced to. We know that the Israeli airstrikes are hurting the hostages, and now it's even more dense. It's impossible. It's just impossible.
So, Udi, I don't want to make this conversation about politics, but this report that came out from the New York Times this morning is stunning, and I've yet to be able to talk to someone who is as invested in what is happening in this Israel-Hamas war as you are, considering where your family member is, your cousin is, and where he's being held. What is your reaction? How do you feel about this report coming out of the New York Times saying that the Israeli government knew about a possible plan by Hamas, but felt like they didn't have the capacity to pull it off, that this could have been avoided?
Thank you for bringing this up. I actually wanted to bring this up myself, because I think that focusing on this is completely missing the point. We've been going through this for the past 18 years. Of course, there was going to be another assault. Of course, there was going to be another attempt by Hamas to hurt Israel. You know how I know? Because it happens every single year. We're talking about this thing as if it's never been done before. But this is just a calamity of the same cycle we've been through the past 18 years. So this is extreme, the barbaric attempt, the barbaric assault and what we've seen. But of course it was coming. Let me tell you something else. Right now, the government does not have a plan for an exit strategy. There is no end game. And if there is no end game, we will be in the same exact scenario in 5 years. Mark my words. And unless we get a responsible adult like the US government that is saying, what is the end game? Give us the end game. You cannot continue with this war, jeopardizing the lives of the hostages, jeopardizing, I also see the pictures coming out of Gaza. It's terrible. It's awful. It's heart-shattering for me as well. The fact that I'm in pain for my cousin does not relieve any of the pain that I see that the people in Gaza are experiencing. And if there is no end game for this, and if there's no exit strategy, this is all in vain. All of these people that are dying and suffering, it's all in vain if this is not ended with a resolution, with a new regional order that makes sure that this does not reoccur, that when we are done with this, there is a responsible adult in the region, and Hamas is not rearming itself, and that Israel moves into a long-lasting resolution of the Palestinian conflict. This was all in vain. In that case, we completely missed the point of October 7th.
Do you think you can do that with your current Israeli government, Udi?
Yes, we can do it. It's a matter of will. It's not a matter of who there is. It's so intricate. I don't need to tell you. There are so many other factors involved. Yeah. I think that anybody that has a will, maybe the biggest tragedy of this current situation is that Netanyahu is, in fact, one of the most talented politicians that Israel has ever had. And if at some point he is made to realize that this is the right thing to do, not just for himself, but also for Israel, and we need the international community to once and for all set its foot down and to say, this is it. This is it. This cannot go on. We cannot keep killing each other like this. If that happens, yes, it's possible.
Udi Goren, I am so appreciative of your impassioned plea and sharing your story of your cousin today. We wish you and your family the best and the safe return of your cousin. Please stay in touch with us throughout this conflict. Thank you so much. And we wish you safety as well, Udi. Thank you.